The GTA 6 leak story has somehow gotten way worse. I really thought there was no way this could get even more crazy, yet here we are. Rockstar has now resorted to throwing the book of law at its own fanbase in a desperate attempt to find CyberLeak, the most famous leaker on the internet right now. So what's happening? Well, let's start here, cause this is big, guys. As seen here from Gaming Bible, CyberLeak has just vowed to leak the entirety of Grand Theft Auto 6 to the internet if their demands are not met in the coming days. This is DEFCON 1, guys, okay? Gaming Bible has relayed the information straight from CyberLeak themselves via their website, which no, I am not going to share the website here for very obvious legal reasons. But here's what CyberLeak issued, which confirms it is not one person, but a group of people working under a single alias, as it reads here. CyberLeak has the build, it has had it for some time, and it no longer lives in one place. Copies sit on drives and servers spread across the globe. In places Take-Two cannot reach, there is nothing left to seize. There is no server to raid, there are only copies, and none of them take orders anymore. They said more in this part here, guys. This is crazy. Look at this. Silencing CyberLeak would accomplish less than nothing. If anything happens to it, if it ever misses a morning, the cancellations end on their own. Nobody has to press anything. The release simply stops being canceled, and within days, GTA 6 will be running on the personal computers of millions of gamers around the globe. Complete, permanent, no refund, no patch, no alternative. They continue, every day CyberLeak is left alone is another day the game stays buried. Rockstar's best move is to tread lightly. This schedule has no end date. It resets every morning forever. Tread lightly. So what does that even mean? Well, CyberLeak is stating that they allegedly not only have GTA 6 on multiple places around the world secured safely, but they are now insinuating that they have effectively what is a doom switch system connected to the release of this game. So what they're threatening Take-Two and Rockstar with now is that if the companies involved continue to look into CyberLeak, and if any of the members of this hacker group are found, imprisoned, what have you, that there is a doom switch that is tied directly to these games on multiple servers. And if this doom switch is not manually dismantled every single morning like CyberLeak says it is, that if they miss the trigger, the server will automatically then trip the switch and then leak the entirety of Grand Theft Auto 6 to the gaming public via every possible website that they can manage if demands are not met. So CyberLeak pretty much just won. Assuming they're not lying here, of course, it means that Rockstar and Take-Two have to stop their investigation and give in to these demands. Otherwise, billions will be lost in revenue here, and that's just the beginning. But the demands of CyberLeak are that they want physical media to come back. They want for games ownership to matter again and for companies to stop being so predatory towards consumers when it comes to games, including things like DLCs and more like microtransactions even. These are demands that are, in my opinion, impossible for Rockstar or Take-Two to really appease because the switch on their end has already been pulled, right? Factories have stopped making the majority of physical game discs already. The monetization of these properties are already normalized, yet CyberLeak is claiming they have the game, which we know they do thanks to the leaks that I obviously can't show here, but the fact that they claim that they have a doom switch, that is scary. Because let's say hypothetically someone in CyberLeak is found out, right? They get arrested wherever they are in the world right now. It would mean technically if that hacker is not by their computer, server, whatever it is to cancel the doom switch, well, their copy of GTA 6 will leak to the internet, exposing the game to millions of people online for free. So even if Rockstar successfully captures CyberLeak, they as a group have pretty much issued essentially mutually assured destruction as a contingency plan so that if one card falls, the entire house falls down with it on both sides. Like, this is, guys, this is crazy, all right? I knew this was bad, but this is like some Mission Impossible level wild stuff we got on here now, as Gaming Bible puts it here. The leaker group claims to have taken issue with this, demanding that physical copies are essential to game ownership and offline play, and that pre-orders shouldn't exist given that there are no benefits of getting the game early, a slightly archaic grudge to beat Grand Theft Auto 6 with, as we've not queued outside of GameStop for a decade. The threats of releasing the playable build will cease if Rockstar backtracks on its digital promises. Gaming Bible finishes their article by saying this: but if the developers stand by a diskless future, we could have full builds of Grand Theft Auto 6 available for download before the Netflix reveal next week. Boom. Yeah, that is bad, guys. I never thought it would escalate to this point. I figured it would just be a little video here or there, a meme or two, and Rockstar would continue on despite this, but leaking the entire game to the internet via a doom switch to ensure that CyberLeak continues, this is only the beginning, guys. What else could CyberLeak have that could allow them to dangle the future of video games in front of these companies like carrots on a stick for them? Where does this even end? What if they did this to PlayStation with the doom switch too? If these guys are crazy enough to do this with Grand Theft Auto 6 of all things, nothing's off the table, like CyberLeak said. If Rockstar does anything to look into who they are or try to find out anything, they will threaten to pull that switch and open the gates of Leonida for all to see. But you see, the thing is, that's exactly what Rockstar and Take-Two are doing now. Let me show you what's happening next. This is getting bad, man. And now there has been court orders that are being issued to find out who CyberLeak is by any means necessary. Insider Gaming, as they show here. So Take-Two and Rockstar have now issued subpoenas against both Microsoft and Discord. Some people might not even know what a subpoena is. So a subpoena is a legal order that requires someone to go to court physically in order to give a testimony in front of a judge. It can also be used in this case to force someone or organization to give documents and evidence based on whichever reason that subpoena was issued in the first place. Basically, if you get this pushed onto you, you're kind of made naked in front of everyone, and now you just gotta come clean with whatever you're hiding pretty much. So in terms of GTA 6, this means that Take-Two is using this legal procedure to force Microsoft and Discord through the Southern District of New York City so that both companies must deliver all internal documents and records to allow Rockstar and Take-Two's lawyers the ability to comb through essentially personal chat logs and more of like thousands of users in order to find these hackers. This subpoena, by the way, is very broad. This legal order allows Take-Two the ability to gather any content they believe is relative to their investigation for these leaks. That includes any artwork that was made, any images generated like a meme, any text whatsoever between anyone that they deem to be suspicious, and this also includes video formats as well. So basically everything is now open to Rockstar and Take-Two for this investigation. So is this getting serious, guys? Oh yeah, we're currently, no joke, seeing one of the biggest gaming leaks in the history of this medium take place in front of our eyes. And Rockstar is likely spending millions to find these leaks due to just how much is riding on this. In terms of Microsoft, they are being forced by Take-Two and Rockstar via this order to share all internal business records and investigative evidence that they have currently on this user, or I guess users, named CyberLeak that everybody wants to find. Here's part of that subpoena on screen for you. As you can see, this is very serious because in terms of Discord, this allows Take-Two and Rockstar now the ability to gain full legal access to every private chat log, server, any tool or file, or any account they believe is connected to or could be to CyberLeak. Rockstar is now going to have to comb through Discord for any conversation about Grand Theft Auto, all of it now. This is going to be exhausting. I do not envy the people that have to do this for their jobs right now, man. They better have a swimming pool-sized cup of coffee beside them if they're going to be able to get through all of this in due time, right? The game comes out in November. Not a lot of time now. There's more, though, for the Discord thing. Look here. It's a mess of usernames and URLs on screen, but Rockstar is now legally able to access all of this. But there's another big controversy within this wall of text that's tied to CyberLeak. Look there. DarkViperAU. So, that's a YouTuber who's been covering GTA content for a very long time on their channel. Naturally, because this Dark Viper guy has dedicated his channel to Rockstar's games, his Discord server would be understandably all about their games too. Well, you'd think this would be a good thing for Dark Viper content-wise. Well, yes, but not really. Because you see, Rockstar is now kind of accusing Dark Viper potentially of being involved with the CyberLeak group, and this is like the last thing you want to be associated with. Because if you get linked to CyberLeak with this, you're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo, okay? Say goodbye to your friends and family. It's time to be buried beneath the gulag, pretty much. So this has led to Dark Viper speaking out in desperation to distance himself from CyberLeak because Rockstar is 2 inches away from pulling the trigger and just ending Dark Viper's entire channel, his Discord, his livelihood, all of it, even his freedom if he's involved here in any way. As IGN reported about it here, Dark Viper is claiming he has no connections to CyberLeak whatsoever. Here's his tweet about it that IGN references, as you can see here. Dark Viper claims he has multiple subpoenas issued against him and his Discord server involving the CyberLeak hackers, right? Dark Viper claims that he knows nothing, none of his editors are involved in that Discord, none of the clips shared via the leaks are in his Discord either. Dark Viper claims he doesn't know or could know if CyberLeak did visit his Discord to some capacity without him knowing, since obviously currently no one knows much about CyberLeak at all. I did say in my previous video, the rumor was that CyberLeak was a male German citizen age 35, but there was another rumor that he's from Russia. So naturally the consensus is that no one really knows, especially now that we know that it's a bunch of people and not one person too. Either way, serious business, guys. This Dark Viper guy could be cooked if he is found out to be involved in any way with CyberLeak. The reason why this is scary for him is that you would think, well, let's say hypothetically he is involved. Couldn't he just delete the evidence? No, actually he can't. Because Discord itself as a service is being issued the same court order as well. So naturally, in order to save their own skin, which they will do, they have backup records of whatever anyone said on Discord to some capacity. Meaning if Dark Viper did get in leagues with CyberLeak for exclusive information or, I don't know, a private viewing of GTA 6 in real-time playing, Discord's higher-ups would not only have evidence of this on their servers, but they would be legally required to give Take-Two and Rockstar access to those conversations. Media shared all of that too. So Dark Viper better hope he didn't actually do anything wrong. Otherwise, it's gulag time, and he's definitely gonna miss the launch of GTA 6 if that ends up happening. Some comments are making fun of Dark Viper, like this one here, saying that he's gonna need a dark lawyer very soon if he wants to avoid any jail time. I'm not gonna claim that he's guilty, that's not up to me, but this is why it's so important, man, to never get in contact with leakers when it comes to something like this. I understand maybe getting an email from a developer on a game and they tell you something small, maybe that's different, but when someone is sending you basically the whole game in terms of clips, or a playable build even, with their watermark on it and all of that, you are playing with fire, man. But this is how far Rockstar is going. They're essentially removing people's privacy and rights through the power of the law to find CyberLeak now. This has now become a breach of privacy on everyone's accounts due to what's going on here. Like, here's the official court order on screen here. You know you're cooked when your Discord and editor's server is listed in plain sight as a potential threat to Rockstar's bottom line. This did, however, lead to Dark Viper holding a live stream for 3 hours where he went over how he is innocent and has no connections to CyberLeak. However, Dark Viper did admit at one point, I don't know why he did this, but look at it here from IGN. This Viper guy admitted that he accidentally shared a screenshot of the GTA 6 leaks while he was on stream, but that he took it down and deleted it so that he wouldn't get in trouble. Pretty sure Rockstar could definitely still use that against you. You just admitted you're keeping screenshots and who knows what else on your own personal devices. You do realize if Rockstar's court order extends itself to you as a person, that if they find your computer, phone, whatever it is that has these leaked videos on your personal machine, that technically means you have the illegal leaks too, right? They could very easily charge you for that. So maybe a heads up to anybody that's watching this. Look, I get it. You're excited for GTA 6. That's totally fine. But if you have any clips of this game from the leaks or even screenshots, just delete them now and remove them, okay? Don't even chance this sort of thing, guys. Because if Dark Viper here gets found out that he's holding those recordings or who knows whatever, he can still get charged. It's still illegal what he has, even if he did get it from a public place like Twitter. I mean, Viper also is seen here. Says that he has shared nothing, not intentionally at least, despite just saying that he shared a screenshot, so he admits he has the files to some degree. Like, what a mess, dude. Stupidly, this Viper guy, though, digs his hole even deeper as seen here. He admits on stream in 4K that he's had conversations with developers who have worked on Rockstar games in the past. You do realize if they wanted, they could issue a court order to see those conversations, right? And you really wouldn't be able to remove them, assuming they're on Discord. They would just have record of this. The best thing Viper could do is stop talking right now. Dark Viper also said this to his chat, and if the feds ask you stuff, don't tell them anything, deny everything, chat, burn the evidence. I know he's joking, but my guy, you're in the court order on the biggest gaming leak in history. Now is not the time to be publicly stating these things, even if they're jokes. Rockstar could enter your home at night and start removing your bones if they wanted to, based on what you've said so far. Oh, I didn't show any leaks. Well, I did, but I deleted it. But it's fine, guys. I only admitted to speaking to Rockstar employees, and if you have evidence, make sure to delete it. Kotaku, by the way, was the one who broke this subpoena story first. As they show here from the court order, Microsoft has until September 4th to collect any and all relevant information relating to CyberLeak in order to find this hacker. Weirdly, Sony is not listed in this court order anywhere from where I can tell. I guess CyberLeak is assumed or has some connection to Xbox instead of PlayStation. I mean, I guess that narrows it down, but it's still in the millions. The crazy part is this subpoena is broad. It's not just just game consoles or Discord. It stretches all the way to anything linked to these accounts. That includes Google accounts, phone numbers, addresses. You can see how this starts to spiral out quickly. So Rockstar and Take-Two are effectively creating a map of webs, each connecting everyone to figure out who exactly CyberLeak is. These same deadlines are also issued for Dark Viper and his Discord server as well, which means he has to release anything tied to his Google accounts too. I'm not a lawyer, so maybe someone can correct me. But if Viper had any conversation with Rockstar employees behind the scenes, would that not be included in this court order? If so, yikes, dude. According to Bloomberg, as seen here, Rockstar has been trying to stop these leaks for a very long time by issuing mandatory 5 days per week in office working instead of being remote. This began sometime in 2024. I highlighted it there for you, but this was done pretty much to stop the leaks. Apparently, Rockstar also stopped remote access to their work tools, so people had to be physically in the offices to work on the game. But of course, despite this, things happened anyways. But again, I have to ask the question, if Take-Two and Rockstar are issuing these court orders to find CyberLeak, does this not go against the very threats that CyberLeak made about pulling that switch in the first place? Maybe I'm wrong, but this sounds like these companies are breaking that bond that CyberLeak has issued for the release of GTA 6. Although there has been a new development as I was writing this video, look at this from Polygon, guys. CyberLeak's website and Telegram have gone offline since issuing that Doom Switch ultimatum at Rockstar. Their Telegram channel officially states that it's been taken down due to copyright infringement, which is putting it lightly. Obviously, I can't show it to you on screen, but this is what the gaming websites are reporting now. This could mean that Rockstar and Take-Two have found leads on the group to some capacity, but again, I have to ask, even if they do catch CyberLeak, what happens to their contingency plan? If it's real, Rockstar is cooked like a Thanksgiving turkey. Leaking an entire game with a reported budget of $2 billion is something we've never seen happen before. Yet it would become a reality all because these companies have become far too greedy when it comes to what they want from their consumers. And I said this in my previous video, but CyberLeak as a group have been able to monetize what they've been doing by allowing users to vote on which videos to leak next via their meme coin. Now we know roughly how much CyberLeak has made via this meme coin thing as well, and this comes from Forbes. As seen here, CyberLeak has been able to generate somewhere around $1.5 million in revenue made from their meme coin thanks to these whole GTA 6 fiasco nonsense. The next stretch goal market cap that CyberLeak is looking to generate is $3 million. We know this because, well, they leaked more videos recently that obviously I can't show you, but via these leaks it was spotted that CyberLeak has upped their revenue targets, likely meaning, again, if they hit that 3 million jackpot in meme coin donations, they will release something else as well. Honestly, I have no idea how these people are getting away with this, because this money has to go somewhere. And this meme coin has to be accessed by this group at some point to reap those rewards. Maybe that's what Rockstar is waiting for to catch them, but this is like a movie, man. I wouldn't be surprised if this eventually gets turned into a movie. Dude, how crazy this is all going. I think at this point though, Rockstar can't really control the conversation any further. And this also robs Rockstar out of the one thing they hold above anything else, which is their mystery. That's the best part of really any Rockstar game, is that they don't actually release that much footage of anything prior to a game of theirs coming out. And they always do it on their own terms, but not this time, apparently. Their trailers are like global events. I mean, everything is meticulous the way that they do it. But the difference here between when GTA 5 came out compared to GTA 6 is that Rockstar was not as greedy then as they are now. These days, GTA as a brand is so much more fully monetized than it ever was, and GTA 6 sounds like to me it's going to be a huge money sink if you want to play all that it has to offer. So the way I see this Doom Switch scenario with CyberLeak is pretty simple. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Fight Club, but the whole point of that movie is the main characters want to reset the entire structure of finance for the world so that everyone can emerge from the chaos as equals, so to speak, on the same level playing field again. That's sort of how I see what CyberLeak is doing here. The truth is that the games industry is corrupted. We all know this already. If it isn't some CEO getting huge payouts every year while ordinary developers get laid off, it's for some other nonsense, where investors push for more microtransactions to make the lines on the graph go up every single year. Either way, the games industry, especially in the West, is flawed, and at this point is a lagging, lurching beast that is going to either go of two ways. Either it's going to go way up due to GTA 6's release and hopefully injecting the entire thing industry-wise with further investments and capital, which they need really badly as everyone just rides that wave wave. Or 2, the line on that graph is going to go down into the pits and then everything crashes. CyberLeak right now sits on that precipice, okay? If they actually hit that doom switch that they claim to have, that's the ending of Fight Club pretty much before the games industry. It will reset everything, possibly lead to a lot of chaos that will not only destroy what's left of the Western gaming industry's momentum, but also allow the companies who think that they hold all the power the sobering reality that all it takes is some guys with their computers to bring all of their anti-consumer practices tumbling and burning down in the end. If CyberLeak does what they claim that they can, it means the games industry has to start listening to players. Stop Destroying Games has tried to achieve the same outcome as CyberLeak, but in like the whole company's listening and respecting this thing, although, through a very more legal manner than this one, obviously, but the point still stands. That the games industry has ruined so much goodwill, franchises with their stupid modernity, and nickel and diming us for so much already, that a healthy GTA 6 would only create a surge in the worst behaviors that we already want to see less of going supernova in response to Rockstar's latest epic. I'm not saying that I want Rockstar to fail, but what I am saying is that at this point, assuming that CyberLeak isn't lying here, they kind of hold the future of video games as an entire industry in their hands right now. It doesn't matter what you or I think about this anymore. It now falls on the shoulders of who knows how many hackers spread across the globe on whether we enter a more pro-consumer future or one that takes everything from us even more. Because if that happens, and GTA 6 is leaked in its entirety, that should terrify any company that's out here. 1, yes, because it means they're not safe from CyberLeak, but 2, that it proves that ordinary people do still have the last say no matter what these companies do. Because if this can be leaked, anything can. I mean, we saw it with The Last of Us Part 2 even. The entire plot of that game leaked and then some. Allegedly, it came from a disgruntled Naughty Dog employee who was sick of how the studio was treating its staff. The truth is, people will break and they will resort to whatever they can to damage these big boss corporations in any which way that they can, pretty much. So some may say, oh, this is only happening because CyberLeak wants their meme coin money. I think it's happening because the games industry has grown complacent with just about every conceivable avenue that they have created. A lot of games are not being made for genuine reasons. There's far too many live service games, crossover events, whatever they can to make you show up to nickel and dime you even further. The idea of paying $15 to $25 for a single skin bundle in a game like Fortnite or Marvel Rivals is because people allowed it to get this bad. Back then, it was inconceivable, right? This really was. Now GTA 6 might have a monthly subscription on top of GTA Plus, according to some journalists too. The point is that if CyberLeak leaks GTA 6 via this doom switch, they will ruin everything for the games industry. But it will also be a horrifically self-induced lesson on why what happened got to be as bad as it did right now. The fact that Rockstar and Take-Two are willing to use the law to investigate people's personal chat logs and freedoms, it shows. This is all about money in the end and control. So I'm not here saying what CyberLeak should do, only that I want you all to know this from me, which is that if CyberLeak does this, if they really do pull that switch, everything is about to change. But will we like what we end up seeing, or will we have coming due to this decision? This is like some ending question in like a video game to decide everything, but this is real. Rockstar isn't backing down, so neither will CyberLeak. I wonder who will be left standing, what happens next, but either way, this is the biggest gaming leak in the history of video games for sure. But what do you think? Thanks for being here. Let me know. Subscribe if you want to. I'll keep you guys up to date on all of this. There was a lot in this video. I guess we'll see what happens next. This is crazy, man, though. Absolutely crazy, but see you guys next time.